it's time that we actually address the elephant in the room. So how are you, Rich?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, how are you guys?
No.
You're good.
Sorry.
When did you get funny? When did you get funny?
It's never been funny.
No, I know.
Welcome back to Dopro, your weekly dose of pseudo-intellectual entertainment.
Dude, how you been? We haven't seen you for like ages.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Yeah, keeping well. Trying to keep busy and just eating biscuits all day as you do.
On the biscuit diet too, yeah.
Yeah.
How's the band? How's things with you guys? How's the writing process and stuff and the recording?
Yeah, haven't seen the guys for a while, obviously, but I'm sure they don't miss me as much as I don't miss them, sort of thing. But yeah, so hopefully back in the studio May to finish the album.
Are you not finished the album then? You're going back to record some more?
Yeah, we recorded half the album in October, and that's where the first couple of singles have come from. But we need to sort of finish writing and then get back in the studio in next month, hopefully, and finish it off, and then ready for later in the year. So yeah.
So you've got a second single that's about to come out then?
Yeah, shooting a video next weekend.
Is it? What's that? What's that one called?
Oh, that'd be telling you, wouldn't it? You have to wait and find out.
Well, I can cut it out of the podcast. I was just wondering what it's called.
The next single's called.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cool. I was wondering because you haven't sent me it, and I thought it must not be done or something.
Yeah,
like,
it's only.
I thought they send it to me. Like I thought maybe they'd send it to me, but I guess not. That's fine.
Yeah, you've got to be in the inner circle, haven't you? Do you know what
I mean? You're out. For those of you that don't know, Rich is in a band that Ben was once the front man of. Ben's decided to leave and pursue other things. So that's what this conversation is all about.
There was actually a question I wanted to ask you because I thought it's probably something that you always wanted to be asked by an interviewer that you just never had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably not.
I was just wondering what your influences were.
Does no one ever ask that?
I think it's been archived somewhere. If you Google hard enough, you'll find my influences from over the last 6 years of people only asking that question and asking nothing else. And then not listening. And then not listening to the answer as well. What's your influences? Oh, okay, yeah, anyway, moving on,
Wait, what are your influences?
Yeah, that's it.
Bob, you must have had it though when you were in 010 though. Like when you were doing that stuff on the Isle of Guernsey or whatever it was. Did you not get that with all the interviews there? That must have been a nightmare. Because you were like pretty big.
Yeah, I know. We didn't. You know what though? I think we did actually. I can't remember. No.
It was a long time ago.
I'm sure that would have been a question. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? 10 years ago now.
One of the videos popped up on my YouTube the other day of 010.
No way.
I was like, oh yeah. So I checked it out again.
No way.
Decent. Yeah, I love it.
I thought that we were wiped off the face of the internet.
No, mate, you're still on there.
Nobody YouTube 010.
Everybody.
You may not like it, but you've been immortalised by that band, even if you think it's this project.
Did you ever see Bob's other band, Rich?
The band of many names.
Yeah, the band that I can't remember the last name of the band. I remember it being Violet Heights and then it changed to Zeals, but I don't know if they're still going under Zeals or...
It's Zeals still, yeah. I don't know if they're actually still going though, to be honest.
I just remember Ben showing me like a single. You'd either had it back from the producer or it'd either just come out or whatever. And Ben showed me, check out Bob's band, and it was awesome. No, honest, genuinely, to be fair, it was sort of nice and poppy and just all the things I like in a sort of a band. It was cool, but that's unfortunately as far as I kind of went with it. Really, I never saw you guys play in that project. So
I went to uni pretty much right at the point when it all started picking up. But yeah, we were really held together by a rhythm section in that band. So Bill and Rob, Bill Banwell and Rob Whelan, they're just insane. Everyone in that band.
Toby's great as well, isn't he?
Toby is amazing, yeah.
And Harrison was on The Voice.
Yeah, he
got really far in The Voice. Got picked by Ollie. That's a singer.
Yeah. I was literally sat there every gig playing along what the hell am I doing here with these guys? I do not belong here.
So talking about influences, there's someone that I think you should be influenced by, and I keep sending you a link to him, actually, Rich. And you've never looked after I don't know how many times I sent you.
I just did.
Did you? What do you think?
Yeah, awesome. I mean, there's nothing quite like being sent a musician that's better than you by somebody who thinks that the person they're sending a video of is better than you as well. Check out this guy. You know, he'll kill your ego. He'll put you back. He'll put you back in your box.
No, you're too negative.
Everyone in that band is scientifically designed to make every musician feel shit about themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I think that ensemble, that collaboration is designed to do that.
So this is Snarky Puppy we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
So Snarky Puppy is like a jazz fusion band. I think the drummer actually has a similar style to you, Rich, which is why I kept sending you stuff that you never listened to. But I think you'd really dig them as well, because you've gone I don't know, you like pop stuff as well, but they're quite poppy in their kind of vibe, but they're jazz fusion, so they've got more instruments. They've still got kind of like a poppy kind of crispness to their sound, haven't they, Rob? It's not jazz in the way that you go and sit in a jazz bar. You know, it's jazz in like a kind of session style, which is cool.
Super tight, super complicated. Yeah. What one did you send?
Send me a video.
Yeah.
So I sent him the Lars Ulrich cover that he did, where he listened to Metallica once and then covered it, and it was like better than Lars could ever play it. And I also sent him one of the ones from We Are Like It Here. I think it was which one was it, Rich? I sent you 2, I think, didn't I?
I don't know, but there's definitely like
he's not
a lack of invalid. All I'm saying is you can't validate.
Do you know what?
You can't validate. No, hang on. You can't validate.
Let up another page.
Somebody.
Let finish this point. Let me finish this point. You can't validate.
You're trying to validate a clearly very competent musician by making him cover music by somebody who isn't. So, oh yeah, he can do Lars. You know, I've got cats that can do Lars Ulrich. You see what I mean?
Like, the shade has been thrown.
Like, oh, check out this guy. He does Lars. You know, but that doesn't validate it for me. It's what they do themselves. Anyway,
we'll go listen to their own song then. All right, go on YouTube and listen to their own song.
All right.
Now, on another.
I'm doing it. I'm on it.
Good. Go on the one that I sent you, the second one, which is their song, and go straight to 5 minutes. This is all getting cut out. Don't worry.
I will get to the video. Which one is it then? What am I looking for?
What About Me?
What About Me? Yeah, What About Me?
Yeah,
watch that, but go straight to 5 minutes. That's
what I was watching when you were introducing the podcast.
I want to hear it.
5 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, skip straight to 5 minutes.
So technical. He's gutted he's not listened to that before. Did you get little vibes from your drum solo you used to do when we played live?
My drum solo is if you order that off Wish. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I see elements there. I see an educated version of what I try to achieve. But yeah, the vibe is there.
Yeah, but obviously his is improvised, and yours was always improvised as well. You never like wrote yours. I think that's what's cool about when you did solos, is they were like similar to the way that jazz does solos. You know what I mean? Where it's just like it was off the cuff, and you just did whatever the fuck felt right then.
Yeah. Well, what's really natural about that, you know, if you're either in a solo situation or in a sort of genre situation like that, is it's a real reflection of where you are at. If you write something, you're already making it, like you said, 2-dimensional. Effectively, it's like a track. It's like a, here's something that I can do, brilliant. But actually, does it fit the vibe? Whereas the whole point of an improvisation, especially like you say, solo wise with musicians in that way, is you read the room a little bit, don't you, and go, okay, so they want something loud and heavy. Okay, no, they want something, you can build up, and you can really read the room and see what mood am I in. Okay. And then how are the crowd, how have they been leading up to this point? And then just go with the flow. And I think then you create, even if the actual content is subpar or below your own standard or below anybody's standard, it doesn't matter, because what you've done is you've kind of fed the room a little bit, as opposed to have something, have something that took me 4 months to put together, but actually the room don't feel it, so it's shit anyway.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
shit
exactly.
anyway,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But I think that's something that the band did quite well, is like read the room quite well.
Yes, 100%.
We always, I thought, sounded better live than we did recorded.
100%. And that was one of your...
Just the fucking best frontman ever.
You did, like you say, that's the massive part of the job, isn't it? Yeah, you cover your singing ability up with how you deal with the audience. You read the room really well. Yeah. My solo project, I'm going to be the best and the best looking guy in the band. Yeah.
This is all getting cut out, by the way. What's it like with Adam then? Have you actually like met him and stuff, or is it like, I suppose you have when you recorded the video, yeah?
Yeah, he came. Yes, he came down for 2 weekends in August. I think it was August, September. Then he disappeared off again, and effectively, didn't see him until we got to Manchester on the last week of basically Halloween week in the half term of October. Spent a week in that flat that we did that time with the Rat. Remember the Rat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were back in that flat
upstairs?
Again for 10 days. Yeah, upstairs. Yeah, because of because of COVID and things. Yeah, we basically, the building was empty because of COVID. They weren't taking bookings, but they let us stay up there, and we were obviously in the same building as the studio to sort of wind down to the studio, and that's where we spent 10 days. Yeah. So
somehow a rat made it to like the 10th floor of some building, Bob.
What? Just one?
Dude, the only thing I remember from
massive
that
rat.
room. The only thing I remember from that room is when we first walked in, and there was like a log in the toilet. Like,
if that's the first thing you remember, what about the log on the floor?
What?
We rented this room when we recorded, and they've rented it again, obviously this time. And when we first went there, when I went with them, there was like just shit everywhere, like actual human shit, just dotted about all over the place.
Is this like a typical place that rock bands rent?
It's just Manchester, mate.
Batting off squatters with a tennis racket on the daily. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So you think you'll have to keep working it like that going forward, even if we go back to normal?
Yeah, Adam's brilliant. Flexible wise, he'll come down and stay for the weekends for rehearsals and stuff. So even if we stagger how we do things rather than the old school Monday Wednesday vibe, it's a case of he's coming down 2 weekends a month or one here and there sort of thing, and
just get some solid rehearsal time then.
Yeah, just spend 2 days rehearsing, writing, catching up, meeting, all that sort of stuff, merch organising, all that sort of stuff, and just do it in a more condensed fashion rather than spreading it out because we're all finishing work and going to rehearsals.
I think that's better though. That's
what we used to do in 010 because James was obviously coming down from Guernsey. We'd all go to Exeter and rent out this studio there, and we'd have it for like a week. It would be solid, like in the morning, first thing, like rigid, like working days of just rehearsal time every day in the week, just trying to get it so tight. And there's me like throwing in my random little like improvisation bits, and they're like, "No, you can't do that.
Get back in your box, Bob."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it is, like you say, when you condense it like that, I can imagine over a week, you guys would have been, you're all great musicians, yourself included, you would have been so tight by the end of the week that you're ready for anything, any tour, any situation.
You'd say that, but you see some of our early gigs.
Fair enough.
I think we overdid it.
Yeah, maybe.
When you practice too much.
There's a difference between rehearsing and then like live gig rehearsing, where like it's a different vibe, isn't it? You can rehearse all you want, but the second you get in front of a crowd, it's like your rehearsed bits and bobs just don't work.
No, exactly. I was going to say, it's really gutting because you rehearse and you put all this work in behind the scenes, but it's not until you're 7 days into a tour that you are at your best and your tightest. And then what happens is you finish the tour feeling like, do you know what? You know, all that practice has paid off, but actually it's because you're condensing it into that live tour situation, right? And you get home, 2 weeks later, you go back to rehearsal behind closed doors, and you're as sloppy as you were 6 months prior to the tour. And it's gutted, isn't it? Because you lose. You think, right, we're on fire. You know, 5 days in, 6 shows. We know what we're doing. We know how these songs are, you know, transitioning and how it's all working, and how the crowd react to certain elements of what we're doing. And then you get back home and you go, what? So what do we do?
I guess as a musician, you always think you're always improving, but there is like moments in time, like gigs along the way, where you just played like the perfect set. I remember there's a Camden Rocks gig we played, and there's videos on YouTube, and I'm in like a striped t-shirt and I got short hair, and that was probably quite early in our running with the band, but like bloody hell, man, I've seen some of that the videos of that set, and it's like probably the tightest set we've ever played. And then like we had years of experience after that where I just got less and less like polished. It's like climbing up the fucking walls.
But you do know you do that though, don't you? Like you chase it. Oh, definitely. You do. You chase the dragon, don't you? Like you say, you can never replicate what feels like a perfect set, and there's always somebody else in the band who's had a shocker in their own way, even if you can't see it. So I play. You know, I felt like it was the best show I've ever played tonight. Really, we were shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
That's actually really common how often that happens.
I hate that as well. That's my least favorite part about being in a band is, like you say, you don't always share the same
experience
at the same time. Yeah, you do share it, but at the same time, you're also always isolated, because how you take a situation or react or how it feels to you at the time can be so different to somebody who is sharing the same experience.
Yeah,
you don't get that. But you do, I suppose, with films and stuff, whatever. You can't. It always feels like you come out of a cinema and you go, that film was so good, and somebody goes, "Are you joking? It was fucking awful." Oh, okay.
Yeah, literally. That's me and Dan, mate. That's me and Dan.
Yeah,
Dan will come in and be like, amazing, and I'm like, well, actually, I didn't like the structure. I'm there trying to like psychoanalyze the characters, and he's just there like, but Batman.
yeah.
But Batman.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm a sucker for that. I'm someone that brings someone right down.
I know you are.
As well. Just ruin
it. You'd be such a harsh critic if you'd be great at it, but if you were to critic films and music, you'd be like, that was shit.
We're planning to review the album when it comes out on the podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
And we're going to be honest.
Look forward to hanging myself.
Ben's going to pick it to pieces, and I'm just gonna be there like, but Batman.
Yeah.
But Rich's drums.
Yeah.
It's a strange one, right? Because for me, when I heard the last song that you just dropped, Knives, it was the first time I've ever heard like a final product come out from the band that I was like, oh cool, so that's what it feels like to listen to the Fallen State.
I kind of envy you a little bit, because it must be so weird coming out of it, like, and then listening to it and knowing that was, again, part of your history, in terms of your journey and your life, and then at the same time it's now no longer part of your story, sort of thing, and you get to see a bit more of an outsider's, I envy that, because and you, Bob, all you ever do, okay, is you wish you could just step out of it to see it from outside, whatever, video, music, riff, I don't care, whatever, and you never can. You're always in there, and you're always either self-critical or ignorant, really.
Yeah.
And so to have that opportunity to step out and go, okay, so it's the same, 4 guys effectively. What does it sound like? And then you can, your judgment's probably a lot clearer than it would have been 2 years ago, I suppose.
You always think it's worse as well. You always think it's worse than it is, I think, when you're in it, because you're always like, you're listening to every small part. So like when I first heard that song, I was like, oh cool, I like this, you mean? And it wasn't, I didn't have anything to pick apart with it. Whereas when you listen to it, you're probably going, oh, I missed that fucking, you know what I mean? Which, I just don't have.
Yeah, like when you send me things and then give me like your complete like analysis of like why you did things that way. And it's like, I had to like fully break down every song into these parts, because otherwise my opinion isn't going to satisfy Ben.
Yeah.
I can't just be like, oh yeah, sounds good, mate. No. I'd be like, oh, I love that polyrhythm you've stuck in there on the vocal line. And I love that like 7th you put in on the major 3rd on that harmony. It's like...
Because when I send stuff to Bob, I want his...
notepad out.
Yeah, I'm like, Bob, I want a detailed analysis and judgment on this. And he's like, for fuck's sake.
He's like, how many words?
Here we fucking go. Clear my schedule for the next week.
Double line spacing.
Yeah. Brutal. But that's what we're going to do with the album when it comes out. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, I'd have unsubscribed a long time before that. Yeah.
Is Rich better than the guy from Snarky Puppy? What's your thoughts? Could Rich play a Lars Ulrich song? I'll tell you what, we'll do a 3-part harmony. Yeah, so you go let us know. Let us know down below.
Let us know.
Let us know.
It's so dissonant.
I like it.
Right,
it's
Rich,
like jazz. It's like Snarky. Yeah. You guys are the singers, so you're gonna have to go off me. Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know down below.
Yes.
That was so good.